Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everybody's doing well out there. This is Thomas Taylor III coming to you live on this Thoughtful Thursday. Well, I've been with you guys doing Facebook Lives for about 2 months or so now, coming to you, kind of inspiring you on different topics as well as motivating you on different topics. Today, I want to change up the format a little bit. What I want to do today is I want to give you kind of actionable steps, right? Like things you actually can take and move on. So you guys well know, for those that know my story, kind of grew up without a father in New York area. And that was a traumatic experience, right? So what I want to talk to you today about is if you actually experience a traumatic experience, right? Like growing up without your moms, growing up without your pops, or any other traumatic experience that created a particular foundation in your life. Well, what I want to do is I want to help you change that foundation and actually physically change that narrative. So today I want to give you 3 steps. I'm going to try to be brief, you guys. But the first step in changing that narrative is you have to forgive. Yep. That's the first step. So that individual who you felt wronged you is actually alive. You can do one of 2 things. You can pick up the phone, and I know if you pick up the phone, that phone may weigh 1,000 pounds, you guys. But pick up the phone and actually apologize to that individual. Why? Because that forgiveness, and you guys well heard this before, that forgiveness is not necessarily for them, it's for you. When I reconnected with my father, I actually forgave him for not being in my life, right? It was a choice that he made, but I had to forgive him for me, right? Not for him. So the individual who wronged you, you guys, I want you to pick up the phone if they're physically alive and call them. And you don't really have to get into too much of a back and forth because it's more for you. Or you actually can write a letter. That's what I did, like I told you before, with my aunt when myself and my cousin was growing up around 13. She kind of put some things in our head that we wouldn't be able to grow older and have a family and have children. And it just held us, right? It froze us right there like we were still 13 years old. And, she passed away in 92. But I wrote her a letter, right? Like I wrote her a letter really expressing how I felt and how that incident kind of binded me. And then from a spiritual sense, I went by the lake and actually spoke to her and forgave her, and I released it, you guys, okay? So the first thing is actually forgiveness. The second thing is belief, okay? So now, do I believe who they say I am, or do I believe that I'm a child of God and I could do all things, right? So that belief structure is very important in building a solid foundation so we can build up your edifice, you guys. So the first one is forgiveness. The second one is belief. You have to believe in something different and bigger than who they say you were and what you felt that you can accomplish and achieve, but actually it kind of always eluded you. And it could be because of the first scenario that you went through, where it's so ingrained in your mind that that's who you are because of the situation that happened to you, or the person that wronged you. Again, in life, things happen to us, but it doesn't make us who we are. They're just situations. So what I want to do this morning is kind of give you guys a couple of things to help create a new foundation so you can start to build and do the things that you feel that God has ordained for you to do, be, as well as become. And then the last thing is edify for right now, right? So what does edify mean? Edify helps you kind of reconstruct what was told to you before, right? And how I want you to do that is, what I want you to do is I want you to take a sheet of paper and I want you to write down 25 I am statements. What do I mean by that? I want you to write down like, I am a millionaire. I am beautiful. I am smart. I am intelligent. Things of that nature, right? Because those things, because there's something strong and powerful about when you say, I am. Not I wish, not I'm trying, not I'm going to be. I am. The universe responds to that. So I want you to write down 25 I am statements. And then what I want you to do is I want you to actually repeat those 3 times a day, right? You can start with 1. I want you to work up to 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night. And in the beginning, when you first do it, you could just do it by yourself, right? In your car or in your office or at work. 25 I ams. And just read them, right? And just read them. Then I want you to move to actually saying those in the mirror, because there's something dynamic that happens when you actually start to articulate to yourself in the mirror, right? Your stance changes, your posture changes, and then you start to get into a position where you are actually saying to yourself, yep, this is who I am. This is what I believe, right? So I am beautiful. I am strong. I am courageous, things of that nature. Because when you actually do those things, excuse me, when you actually do those things, you start to create a different foundation of belief in yourself. Why? Because there's so many situations, instances around you that happen, that make us doubt ourselves, where our self-esteem may not be that high because of the things that happen to us, right? So again, just a quick recap. 1 is forgive, right? Forgive that individual that wronged you. Number 2 is believe. Believe in something different than what happened to you. And then the 3rd is edify. And how you do that is actually, I want you to write down 25 powerful I am statements. I am a conqueror. I am courageous. I am a millionaire. I am smart. I am intelligent, right? And then I want you to read those a minimum of 1 time a day, but I really want you to get up to 3 times a day. Morning, noon, and in the evening, right? And you watch how things start to shift for you, right? Because we're working on building a new foundation than what you previously had. Well, that's it for today. My name is Thomas Taylor III. If you guys want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram at Thomas Taylor III. That's Taylor Your Dreams, as well as I have a YouTube channel, Thomas Taylor III, Taylor Your Dreams. And if you want to give me some feedback, you can give me some feedback on Facebook, Thomas Taylor III, as well as my email address, tyd@tayloryourdreams.com, you guys. Well, hey, that's my time. I want you to go out there and create a new foundation, a paradigm shift, so you can become the individual that God has ordained for you to become. Go out there, you guys, and make it a great day.